Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, let my people go.
What? What is that? Are you just making that up, or is that what it is? Is that the lyrics?
No.
Oh, thanks, Amanda. Thank you. Because she's looking at me seriously as if like I'm the one.
No, I'm not. You just threw me off.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm like, what's
Nuh-uh.
happening?
What is happening? Guys, welcome to the Real Awkward Podcast. We've already
This is our April Fool's Day episode.
It is not. It is not.
Oh.
And the reason is because if you've already forgotten what this episode is about, then you're probably my age.
What?
What?
This is the Real Awkward Podcast.
Wait. Huh?
My name's Amanda.
Huh? I'm Andy.
Are we recording?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm Ashley.
And we're apologize for that awkward intro. You clicked on the episode, so it's your own dang fault. This episode is all about getting old, over the hill, almost 40, or maybe you're going to die soon. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Can I be all of the above?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Guys, I'm telling you. I'm having my midlife crisis, and it's time to talk about it. Right? You ready? Okay, she's not even listening, so she's old too.
So she's ready.
Yep, she's ready. She's ready. Yep. Still typing on her phone. Still
I'm
not
listening.
paying attention.
Do I
no,
not
no,
matter?
not you. Not you. It's her. Like the other one. You still haven't
What?
said anything. What are you doing over there?
Sorry, I was trying to look something up that was related, as you two do all the time.
Unacceptable.
But the one time that I'm
Nope.
using my phone to like add content to the episode,
Stop making things awkward.
How
heaven
dare you.
forbid.
How dare you?
I put together this wonderful list, and you're going to go over there and subdue my list.
What? I mean, to be fair, you didn't tell me you had a list, so.
Or if I did, you forgot.
I mean, valid.
Have you been taking your ginkgo biloba?
No, but truthfully, I probably should.
My Century, what's it called for men? What's it called?
Centrum Silver.
Oh, Centrum, not Century. I already forgot what it was called.
I take Centrum. I take a one a day.
All right, listen, this podcast is going to get really awkward real fast. So, if you guys don't know, Paul Andrew Case,
Oh my God.
otherwise known as me, Andy, I shall be turning 40 years old this very year.
Why does this read like an obituary?
2024, he was fat, sassy, and kind of lassie.
Kinda lassie.
I don't know what that means. So I compiled the list of the things that have been happening to me, or the things that that hit me in the head that say, "Hey, man, you 40 now," and I want to talk to you ladies real quick about
Sorry, Raja.
not. I want to talk to you ladies about not being cool anymore and how it's affecting me.
Wait.
What?
You thought you were ever cool?
Oh, at one point in my 20s, I thought I was the bee's knees.
Thought.
I was like, oh yeah, I could be a stand-up comedian. I'm gonna be.
That's when I met him.
Yeah,
and then
and she-
everything went downhill over the last.
Got it.
She was like, wow, I'm gonna marry a
17
stand-up
years.
comedian, and then she's like, oh, I'm gonna marry a sad, depressed, fat old man.
Aren't we all?
Okay, listen. How you know you're getting over the hill? Number one, you care about your lawn.
I think that's an old
Yeah.
guy thing.
I have a
That's
feeling.
the whole point, Amanda.
That's what this is about.
No, he just said that how you know you're getting over the hill, and I just mean I guess that's a not me thing.
Okay, yeah.
I don't give two fucks. No, I
You
genuinely,
could turn 40, Amanda, and you're going to be like, I'm into gardening now.
no, and not me. I've never cared about how the yard looks. As long as it doesn't look like a trailer, like as long as it doesn't look like trash, I don't care. Like
But in
I could
turn,
have
it looks
green
like
cement.
trash. The
No, I
problem
don't care.
is we have like We have goggles on where we're like, oh, it's not that bad, when really it's probably pretty bad. And then you start working on it. You're like, oh my God, it's looked this bad for years. I don't like take care of it. I don't edge it. I don't give it the nutrients it needs. And like
my
before you know
God.
it, you become a freaking botanist while you're taking care of your lawn.
So do
I
you
gotta
do
get
the
these weeds out. I can't handle these weeds next to
Do
my
you
bark.
do the crisscross like lawnmower lines?
Yeah, right. You got it. Yeah, like an old baseball field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first thing that started to happen to me as I started to care a little bit more about my lawn. Number 2, when I pick up things, I make this noise.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but you've been doing that for a long time.
It's just now that I'm really noticing that I'm like, oh, there's a lot of effort there to reach down for that thing. Does
You
that
just
not
need to-
happen
You no
to
no
you guys yet?
no because I grab things with my toes.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
see,
does this weird toe thing, and
you
once
have
the
monkey toes.
arthritis gets her, she's not going to be able to do that toe
see, I
crunchy
make
thing.
Arthritis ain't come anywhere near me.
Oh, it's
I
gonna
make
get
noise
ya.
bending over just because I'm fat, though.
Yeah,
I'm
but
an
so
old
am
man.
I. But then once I started to get almost 40, it's just a different grunt now. It's like,
Oh, don't give out on me back.
yeah, it's like, okay, number 3.
Okay.
I have trouble catching my breath going upstairs now.
Okay, here's the problem.
How much of these are just fat?
Here's the
How
problem.
much of these are just
I
fat
am not
problems?
40, and I am also not fat. But I do live in a house with way too many stairs.
Yes, right?
You guys have so many freaking
I'm not kidding. So
stairs.
Amanda,
Like,
I'm on the bottom floor and I have to run up to talk to, okay, run is the wrong word. I have to
I
go
know
up
what
the
you mean, though.
stairs to get to Ashley. I'll try
Who's
to
on the
ask her a
top?
question. I literally have hands on the hips, deep breath, and I'm like, oh, so I need to find out, do you want like some lunch or... she's like, calm down. You'll get through this. You're okay. And all I've done is a couple flights of stairs.
Yeah, but-
and to be honest,
okay.
even though I'm heavy set, I've always been able to just get upstairs and be okay. But now I'm like, huh?
You guys have a lot of stairs.
That's a lot of stairs.
Also, knees.
Oh,
Stairs and knees
Yeah.
do not
oh,
not go
girl.
together.
I can
My
feel it.
after working all day, my knees already hurt. But then it's 14 stairs to get up the top of my stairs.
quite
like,
a lot.
I go a couple, and then I just start going one at a time. I'm like, I'll get there, girl. I'll get there.
So that has been happening more and more. And like now I'm like, okay, it's not just weight. Now it's age. It's getting me as well. Here's another thing. I will walk through the grocery store and I dig the music that's playing.
Okay, I'll be
This used
honest.
to be my jam.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these are some oldies. All right.
It never occurred to me, but I am always singing along at the grocery store.
Wait,
And
are you
before-
I didn't
singing
know it was
along
an
like?
old thing.
Are you singing along like out loud?
Oh, dude, I'll walk
Oh,
through
totally.
yeah, I'm just like,
But you know what?
You
You know when it started? It started during the COVID pandemic when I would wear a mask to the
Oh,
store.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would just sing all the words because nobody could see. what
Yes,
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
And then the mask comes off and I'm still singing.
Oh, mask comes off and I'm still mouth breathing. Like
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
realize it, but I'll catch myself. I'll be like, and I'm just like, oh my god. Or I didn't realize how
Yep.
many stank faces I used to make at people until the mask
Take
came
the
off, and I
mask
was
came
just
off.
like,
I can't do that
oh.
anymore. Can't do it
didn't-
anymore.
I didn't realize the singing was an old thing. I thought I was just turning into like Taylor Swift, who's just like enjoying the concert.
No, when we were kids, we would hear like all these oldies have been like, ugh, all right. But now the oldies are jams.
It's because we know all the words.
Yep.
Yep.
I know. Number 2. No, wait. I'm old. Number 2, you make these noises. Number 5. Doesn't matter how much sleep you get. Doesn't matter how well you're feeling. When you wake up in the morning, you hurt no matter what.
Oh,
It doesn't matter how good your
Girl.
mattress
Yep,
is.
it doesn't matter.
Nope.
You could get all the great mattresses in the world. You wake up and your back is like, I'm not doing anything
I'm just
today.
like, well, another night.
Your back's like, ooh, congratulations, you got 9 hours of sleep, but you did it wrong.
Yes.
You did it wrong.
Like literally all I want to do is turn from one side to another and my back's like, And
Try
it'll
again
be like,
next time.
I have now thrown my back out, I think 5 times since I was 29 years old. And this last one was one of the worst where I could not even stand up. I got into tears. I was sobbing because I could not lift myself up off the couch. And my sister and my wife had to help me.
Have you ever had like a CAT scan on your back?
Not yet, but I guarantee you I probably have some type of slip disc or some type of like something back there.
Anytime he's gone, they just give him like pain meds and muscle relaxers.
They just say it's muscle that's an issue. But when you get old, your muscles don't work no more.
Yay, modern medicine.
Muscles don't work here no more. Remember that song? Shaniqua? Shaniqua don't work here no more.
Shaniqua don't live here no more.
Nah, man. Shaniqua moved out last year. See, we're singing that because we're almost 40. And other people not know what that is.
Nobody under the age of 30 knows who Shaniqua is.
Okay. Number 6. When you have a hangover, it lasts all day and 2 days.
Dude,
Days.
I had one drink last night, and I wake up and Andy's like, "How you feeling?" And I'm like, "Hungover."
Yep. And I was like, "Hun, how many did you have?" She goes, 1.
What?
Literally. Okay, even just staying up late. Like,
yeah.
I can't stay up. If I stay up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, it takes me days to recover.
Yeah, you're like
we
dead
used
to
to
the
be
world.
able to go to bed at 2 a.m., wake up at 7:30, catch an energy drink, rally, work all day.
I literally drank so much, I threw up until 6 o'clock in the morning when I would party. I broke all the blood vessels in my eyes, and I looked like a crazy demon. And I went to work the next day at 8 o'clock, and I sold stuff at Best Buy.
Yes.
I cannot do that anymore.
I don't remember the last time that Andy drank and didn't wake up the next day and go, "I can't drink anymore."
Yep, every time. Every time. It's over. My party days are over. Number 7, Google used to be Ask Jeeves.
No.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I never.
How did you
Jeeves.
find information out?
I was a Lycos kid.
An encyclopedia? Oh, Lycos. What about Dogpile? Do you ever use Dogpile? What about
No.
Webcrawler?
Nope.
What about Yahoo? Did you use Yahoo back in the day?
When it was Yahooligans.
And also, kids don't know any of that.
No.
Here's another thing. Okay, this one was funny when I was researching to other people that have 40. It says you used to pay for the internet with $10 payments from the grocery aisle.
Or just get the free disc.
Yeah, like Net Zero. Like you would
AOL.
do an
Yeah.
AOL or
Yep.
a Net Zero, and you would have a month for $9.99 of internet service. And now no one has any idea. Like for Cammie, she'll be like, my tablet's not working. It won't download anything. We're like, because there's no Wi-Fi. She's like, so where's the Wi-Fi?
Oh, yeah.
We're
just-
in the car,
yeah.
honey.
Yep. That happens.
There's no
Yeah,
internet.
link it to, Mama,
Yep.
why can I not watch YouTube right now? YouTube's not
Yeah.
working. And I'm like,
You're
yeah,
like,
babe, there's no internet, play a game. But
It's
I
not
want to
there.
watch a video. It's like,
It's so annoying. But like they're just so used to internet being at the ready anywhere. And for us, like hearing that complaining, you're like, you have no idea. You
It
have no
reminds
idea.
me. Cameron lately has been asking me. She'll be like, she likes to play like fun trivia games. She'll like quiz us on things like randomly, or like be like, let's play this random game I just made up. And lately she's been saying, "Mom, name something that didn't exist when you were a kid."
That's awful. So here's how you know you're getting old, almost 40. You are looking at gray hair and being like, that's not bad. Like that could work on me.
I'm trying to come to terms with gray hair.
Yep.
I always thought when I had gray hair that I would just roll with it. And now that I have gray hair and I'm not quite 40 yet, I'm like, nope, too soon.
Yep. You don't want it
So
yet.
I've mentally decided I will fight it till I turn 40.
You're
and then
screwed.
I'll just let it go.
Yeah, the gray hair thing I think is often when people are like 40 to 50 ish, like they're like, what style can I do, or how can I accept the gray? Some people want to color their hair forever,
Like
But,
my mom.
But I find myself being like, I'll just go gray because I don't like my gray patchiness in my beard. I'd rather just be all gray.
What's Amanda have to say about this?
Yeah, curious.
Well, I mean,
As a cosmopolitan,
I make money off people wanting to get rid of their gray.
yes, that's true.
That
That's
being
true.
said, I think natural gray hair is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
it is truly one of the only colors I cannot create.
Right.
That white silver, like that true shiny silver, I can't make that color.
Right.
I think it's beautiful.
yeah.
So I think natural gray hair is gorgeous. But I think, yeah, I mean, obviously I make money on people wanting to cover it, but I think that there's a reason a lot of older ladies who still color their hair are blonde.
Fair.
It disguises it a little better,
yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
well, I heard the other day that there's actually no such thing as gray hair. It's actually just white hair, which is hair that's lost its pigmentation, next to your naturally pigmented hair, and therefore it appears gray. And that would be why you can't recreate it, because it's like individual strands
Yeah,
that
I
are all
mean,
intermingled.
well, it's also, so basically the gray is because you're losing the melanin, right? So like even blonde hair has a tiny little bit of melanin, which is like color pigment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So as you lose it, essentially you're having like hollow tubes of hair grow with no color element in it.
Right.
And those pieces of hair that are still the tiniest bit like dark, like the pepper and the salt and pepper,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those have just a tiny bit left.
Got it. Yep.
And so recreating like the growth pattern of someone's gray, it's doable. It's just like teeny tiny, really fine foils. But like when I say like I can't recreate the color, that bright white silver, that really ultra light silver,
Yeah.
I cannot make that color. Like
Yeah. Right.
because for me to even bleach someone's hair light enough to even potentially put a color like that on, it would have to be mush. And because I would have to, because bleach removes color pigment from your hair. And the only way to fully remove all the color pigment would be to completely destroy and melt your hair.
Right.
And then I would have to, because toner doesn't make your hair brighter. It actually makes your hair just a little darker. So
okay.
I'd have to take your hair to, even if I could, beyond, I'd have to take it even lighter than the white hair.
Got it.
And then I'd have to tone it. And so, but then there's no way I could tone it to keep that shine. I don't
Sure.
know how to say that. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think gray hair is beautiful. That's a really long answer for that. But I think that if you want to cover it, cover it. If you don't. But like, I think it's great, Ashley, that you kind of have like I'm going to cover it until I'm 40. Because there's ways that you can cover it without having to grow out this hard line of hair dye.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I've always colored my hair, but it's not like I'm covering gray. I'm just coloring it a color.
Yet.
Right. So when you have gray hair, you won't even know.
Oh, I know I have gray. It's but like I have a big patch like right in the front of my cowlick, because as my hair grows out, I end up with like roots. And
got
when
it.
I retouch my color without doing my roots, I'll have this huge chunk that's like whatever color all the way down. And I'm always just like, oh, that's white hair. Like, so I know
Annie, will
I've
you
got
ever do like the what's the
Just
stuff
for men
just
or whatever.
For men. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I don't like it right now having like such gray in the beard, only because I don't like the patchiness. That's the only reason. I don't care that it's gray. I just don't like that.
Well, that's
that.
why
So,
I don't like the gray hairs, because they're like wiry.
I could do it, but then I
They're a
also
totally
don't
different
want it to look
texture.
like I'm wearing
Yeah.
a fake beard. You know what I mean? So I don't
See,
know.
that's the thing. Fake beards are one color.
Yeah. Right.
So the fact
right.
that you have multiple colors in it is good.
Yeah.
You could do, just for men, a lot of times it's basically like a mascara wand that you like dip into the dye.
Yep.
And you could take it and do like a blonde. Don't go go
Yeah.
lighter than your natural hair, like way
Sure.
lighter. And just brush over the pieces that are gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or some of them.
Yep. I could do that.
And it'll just tone them down a little bit.
Well, welcome to the Hair Color
Hey,
Podcast.
you know what? Anybody who cares about this episode,
They're going to need
guarantee
it.
they have gray hair and want to know how to deal with it.
Okay, this has been happening to me a lot, and I'm trying my damnedest because I work with young people now. I don't understand how they talk, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, I don't
Like-
understand slang. New
So,
slang?
so here's a couple things, right?
Bussin'? What's
Bussin', right? That's bussin'. I have no idea the origin of it, where it came from, and why something is bussin'. I don't know what that means.
stupid.
It sounds stupid. And what's
Right?
crazy is they say it with such conviction as if it's like something people should say. Like it like having Riz, like that stuff doesn't make sense to me.
What? What is that?
Riz. You got Riz. It's when you're like smooth with the ladies or with the guys. Like you got that Riz. I don't know what it's from. I imagine is it I don't know if it's a reference to not Grease. What was the character? Was there a character named Riz in Grease? I don't remember.
There's a guy named Rizzo. I don't think
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
It could be. I don't know.
This
So there's that.
conversation is embarrassing me somehow.
Okay, then now your OP. You heard that one yet?
Nope.
UOP,
No.
dog. UOP.
Original poster.
That's what I always thought it was because of all the forums we used to do when we were younger. No,
Other
it means
player.
it means overpowered. So they'll say it to their parents when they dislike what they're telling them to do. Ma, you're OP right now. You bugging. You bugging, Ma. You bugging. You're OP. You whack. So what about mid? You know, you
I
heard
know
mid?
that means like it's
Yep.
medium,
It's like nothing special. You're just mid. You're
average.
just mid.
See, that's my thing.
Yeah.
It's just different slang. I just
I don't. It just feels like less education to me when I hear them talk like that, though. It's.
But I'm
I don't
sure
know.
people older than us felt the same way.
when we were
we all
saying
started
that's
calling each other-
boss.
Well, and we were calling each other dude.
Hey, dude, that's boss. That's bad. When
I
bad
never
meant
said
good.
that's boss. Did you ever
Oh,
say that?
Ashley's sister used to say that's boss, didn't she?
Serious?
What?
Yeah, I think I was talking to Nova once. She was like, "Oh, I used to use boss all the time." Oh, that's boss. That is boss.
I have had very little contact with my sister in the
Right.
last 20 years, I'll be honest.
So I have found myself hearing these new things and being like, well, fellow youngster, what does that quite mean? I just can't. It's awful. It's
See,
awful.
I'm
Yeah.
now the old lady who like I joke that I don't know what it means and I don't care.
You doing
and-
too much, brah.
So
You're
then
doing too much.
we'll joke around and like me and Virginia will be like, "That's bussin'," and like I don't
This
care
hair
what it
sure
means.
is bussin'.
And yeah, that's what we'll do. And we'll be like, and I'll be like, Virginia, you're the goat. Like,
Yeah, that's another thing, right? You're goat.
goat.
And it used to be like fire and lit, and I think those are still in there a little bit, but now they're like, all right. Okay. Next up for me, this was personal, okay? I never used to be a coffee drinker. I hated coffee. I never wanted coffee. Now, almost a necessity, or I can't function in the morning. Almost a necessity. I know Ash has been drinking coffee for years, but for me,
Yeah.
as I started to get over the hill to this 40, I'm like, coffee is life. And I need coffee all the And granted, I'm somebody that needs a lot of flavor in mine, but like I
On the
still need
scale where it's
coffee.
like, how do you take your coffee? And it's like from black all the way to white.
Yeah, I'm a white guy.
And it's like anything beyond
God.
4 is just like,
milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amanda already talked about this, but I literally wrote down 9:30 is now bedtime.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my
Like,
god, dude. Okay, so Friday nights I work late.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll leave work at like 8:30 and I'm like I'm going to eat and go to bed. Like I'm so tired.
Yep.
And I'll literally like one of my coworkers will be like, "Hey, we're going to go out and get drinks and go get dinner. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh,
And then sometimes, sorry, I'll circle back around.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will like I'll leave early and they'll be like, "Oh, do you want to come meet us for dinner after work?" And I'm like, "What time are you off?" They'll be like, "I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock." And I'm like, "Ma'am, the minute I get home, my bra is gonna come off, my shoes are gonna come off, and
Yeah.
I'm not leaving again."
It was awful. We went to a Tool concert in Charlotte and it started at 7:30, wasn't over until 11:30, and we got home at 1:30 in the morning, and it was awful.
Awful. That sounds awful.
Like literally my friend's trying to drive us home. He's falling asleep. I'm falling asleep. We're both old as shit. We got a friend in the back. He's falling asleep. I was like, we are not going to make it, guys. We are not able to do this anymore.
Andy gets home and I'm like, that doesn't even sound fun.
Yeah, and no, it was
not worth it.
It was a great concert, but staying up that late, I was like, ugh. That's really hard. I did not enjoy staying up late at all.
I'm sorry
So,
if I'm
my ass
looking
gets up at 6:30 every morning now. So.
literally if I'm looking
Yeah.
at going to a concert and it doesn't start, the opener doesn't come out until 9 p.m. I'm like, well, guess I'm missing them.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Kind of how we felt.
Absolutely not.
Because the actual band did not start until closer to 8:30.
Oh,
So because they
no.
had an opener. So, yes. So there's that. Number 2. I still look fondly at my CDs.
We can't get rid of them.
I will look at them and been like, those were the days. And I'm like, why I don't need them.
We have at least 3 or 4 binders full of CDs. We don't even have a CD player.
We have no way to play them and we still own them.
We can't get rid of them.
My last car had a CD player, but I never used it. And my
Yeah.
current car does not have a CD player. And so I have like the Visor CD player in like a
Yep.
bag somewhere that I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. But like
That's exactly where I'm at.
but then I'm also the person who pays for like music online, right? So I'm
Right.
like, I don't need it.
Yeah. Yep. Easily any song, anything you want at your disposal, but I have to have them jewel cases. I got to
It's
have
the-
them CDs.
It's the same thing with freaking physical media, DVDs
Yep.
and Blu-rays.
Yep. I know.
I feel like what it is with the music is that when you owned a CD back in the day, back in our day, you specifically chose that.
Yes, you
like,
did.
Yes.
you enjoyed that artist. You wanted to get that CD. You went to the store and you bought it.
Yep.
Like, there's way more to it than just like music you listen to.
Well, and now it's singles. People don't care about the whole album. They just like that one song or
Yeah,
just like
I mean, and they
specific,
had singles
like-
back in the day.
yeah, but they'll be like,
but-
I want to shuffle by that artist. They don't really care about the whole album anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like the reason we can't get rid of them is because it's like we handpicked these.
Yeah, so they were important. There's like nostalgic value to them.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think it's partially a very similar reason why people kept records for so long, right? It was also the physical act of being like, I want to listen to this album, and you
Yeah.
put it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
It's
I-
the intention. It's like
Yes.
I'm choosing this intentionally, not
and you would
just
listen to the whole
hitting
CD.
shuffle and I get what I get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also found out recently that like maybe we were just a shitty generation because we think of ourselves sometimes as like, oh, kids these days, like they don't have respect and they don't know that type of stuff. We were downloading illegal songs on Napster and LimeWire.
Hey, don't give it
forever,
up. Don't give us up.
Stealing from all these artists.
From
and,
Lars
like,
Ulrich.
But we intentionally picked specific albums off
Yes.
of Napster. I personally used Pirate Ship or Pirate
Pirate
Bay.
Bay.
Pirate Bay.
Yep.
BitTorrent.
Did you have a Winamp player as well?
Yeah.
Windows
Media,
It
baby.
was a cool skin, like
Yeah.
a cool, like rounded purpley blue skin.
You
like,
got to see the waveforms and you're
oh
like,
man,
so
Oh,
rad, so rad.
I don't care if I'm old.
There's a new one too where it's like, how many times did you watch the Windows Pong beeper or whatever it was go into the corner? So like you just wanted to make sure that it went into the corner, like to the screensaver.
Because Amanda posted that
Yeah.
on our
Yeah.
Instagram, and somebody commented
Right.
about how they would watch it because they hated that it never quite
It
went
never
perfectly into the
got
corner.
into the corner. I think it does once, but it takes like 24 hours or something like
Probably.
that. All right. Next, our teachers told her we would never have. Our teachers told us we would never have a calculator in your pocket. Who's the idiot now? So like, I don't know how often Cammie or Remy, as they're doing math, I'm like, they will never be taught the same as we were, like growing up. And that's
Yeah.
made me feel really old on numbers for calculator and also them not knowing cursive. Like that not being taught is wild to me in school because they don't use paper. They literally do everything on iPads or on Chromebooks now. And that is learning, that is typing. There is rarely any writing that they do after, I think, like 3rd grade or something like that. They probably will exclusively go back to like doing book reports online and researching from there too. So that one hits me more these days, just more about like the convenience factor of this type of stuff and not understanding where we used to come from.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's
So,
funny because recently
yeah.
Cam was asking to buy herself a smartwatch. And she's like, I want one like my friend. She's got a calculator on it. And Andy and I started reminiscing about the Casio calculator watches that all the best nerds had.
Yeah, we did. And I told Ash, I said, the shitty thing is one of the rubber would fall off of one of the numbers at one point. It would tear off or like wouldn't work anymore on like the enter button. Now, they were cool if you had the solar one where you didn't need the battery on it. So that's made me feel old. Next is, did you know that some kids don't know what the 3 holes in a piece of paper are for?
Well, I think they still have to use binders in class.
Rarely.
I feel like high school. I feel like high school and stuff. They still have to have
Maybe.
paper.
But I don't think it's the same anymore. A college rule notebook that was like one of those composition books didn't have any hole punches in them. I used that a lot in some of my classes back then.
Wow, that never occurred to me.
But the kids don't have to carry binders with them like we did back in the day. They literally have a peachy folder with like slips of paper in it every now and again. But rarely, if they do have a 3-hole punch, the kids don't know what it's for. Like, they're like,
It's the
Yep.
same thing
Wow.
with kids.
right?
It's the same thing with kids don't understand what the icon means for save.
yeah. The
Oh,
little
yeah.
disc.
Okay, this one made me laugh. Everyone's talking about AI, but we knew AI a long time ago, and his name was Clippy. And he would
I hated
His name-
Clippy. I'm
Clippy,
sorry. I never used
wasn't
Clippy.
there-
I'm like, Clippy, go away.
Wasn't there some AOL? Was like Smarter Child or something that like
I don't remember,
he
but it
would
like gave you
respond to your
suggestions on
questions?
stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So did either of you used to download the birthday card program?
Heck yes. That's how I made all of my cards.
Yes,
Oh,
we
like
used
the
to make-
e-cards?
And then
Yes.
you fold it in quarters.
Yes, we would.
Yes.
We would literally make them with the app, or not, well, it wasn't an app back then, but download the website, and then you would
Damn.
print it out and then fold it.
I didn't have a website.
What'd you do?
We bought the program.
It was like
We had a
software.
CD-ROM.
CD-ROM.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. The birthday card maker.
Oh yeah, and then
Heck
you
yes.
folded it in fourth. Shit,
Yep.
That it
Yeah,
actually,
like that was
it
a
actually
core
occurs to me
memory.
sometimes. It occurs to me sometimes when Cam wants to make cards for her friends or something like
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, man, if only we had that
I
program.
That's
remember
wild.
the
I haven't
clip,
thought
the
about
clip
that.
art was like dope too. You were like, I could use a balloon and a teddy bear on the same page.
Oh yeah, and you'd like layer
And then you
them
print it
just
out and
right.
you color in the balloons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Here's something that that blew my mind. Rechargeable batteries didn't exist for us. So now kids are used to charging their device. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
had to have AA, AAA over and over. You'd have to have a stockpile of whatever your
Yes.
electronic device was.
Well,
Yep.
some, and then I feel like they did have rechargeable batteries, but I remember them being like, it was like, you don't want a fire in your house, don't buy that. Like,
Yeah, well, there was the nickel hydrate or something like that batteries, but yes, they would die after like 20 charges, so they were kind of a piece of shit.
yeah, Duracell or
yes.
something made
Yeah.
rechargeable batteries.
I remember that too, but the actual like modern day battery that charges over 1,000 times did not exist
No.
at all. And so sometimes I know, like with our kids, like why does it not turn on? It's like because it takes actual batteries. Like you need to go.
Yeah,
get
I don't know how many times
actual
something dies, and
batteries.
one of our kids is like, "Well, charge it."
Yep, just charge it.
Doesn't work like that.
Sorry.
MTV used to play music videos, right?
yeah, MTV
Yeah.
was music television. Like
It was music television, not reality shitty teen television.
Is MTV even a thing anymore?
The problem is we don't do cable. Everyone does streaming now, so
Well,
I don't
'cause
really know.
I only
Yeah.
know MTV's still around is because it is now the home of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
so
okay.
Okay.
Got
I
it.
watch it,
Got
and there's
Yep.
ads, and it's all just like Jersey Shore knockoffs,
Yep.
like the same kind
Yep.
of show. And
I'm pretty sure
literally
Teen
like,
Mom is still on.
What's
Oh my
crazy
God, I
though
hope not.
is like I know I'm old because that will never happen again. There will never be a channel dedicated to music that everyone loved. You would not come home after school and hope TRL is still on.
they don't make music
like-
videos anymore.
No, not at all. And if they do, they
It's
just
a TikTok.
or YouTube. Like they'll watch it on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
someone will download the music video this way. So there is still music videos, but it is not like a debut or like MTV's first. Remember, didn't they have like this is new, certified fresh
Oh, yeah.
new?
They would like count down to it.
yeah, right. All of that stuff is gone now, which makes me feel super old for sure. Yep. Next, I really dislike a lot of new music. I'm not into it. I can't get into it. I
don't like that rap music.
I don't I don't mind, and I will say I don't mind country for some reason, maybe because I'm a Southern boy now, but I don't mind the new country. I don't necessarily like the new pop stuff. It's not for me. It's not for me. That's just me.
I don't even
But,
remember the last time I listened to like a pop
like
station.
a new pop song. Yeah. New pop. Like
yeah, I mean, like, where do you
streaming.
hear new music, right? I don't.
Like,
I don't
if
know.
it's
these
not
days.
a Taylor Swift
I
song that
still
gets
listen to the
shoved down your
radio.
throat, then it's something that I've never heard of. I don't know. There's people like Dua Lipa and Lizzo and stuff like that. I don't listen to that hoggy poggy stuff you guys listen to these days. I don't know
only-
any of that stuff.
I mean, I've never really listened to like new music. Like,
Yeah.
But the only place I'm really hearing anything different from what I always listen to is like on TikTok videos.
Oh, sure. Right. Okay. Next up, printing directions on MapQuest. Did you print your directions all the time?
Absolutely.
Amanda, did you ever print your directions?
Yeah, everybody did.
But what's crazy now is there's no more like let's stop at the gas station or the store and ask people how to get here. Just
Thank God.
You
Thank
type
God.
it into your phone.
Thank God.
And
No,
it
honestly,
takes you
this is
wherever
one-
you want to go.
This is one that I don't mind the advancement. Thank God I don't have to ask for directions. Thank God, because when people start talking to me about, you take a left to here, it's gone. Okay? Like,
Yeah,
also,
fair.
you know what I love the most? The Google Street View. When I can see the outside
Oh.
of the building that I'm trying to go to.
Oh, you
Yeah.
go
So I-
deep. Amanda goes
So I
deep.
don't
I
go,
don't look at the
is
street
this
view.
it? Oh my God. I love it.
This goes without saying. The doctor visits have been more frequent through my life. I imagine I'll have more and more of them. I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I will. Next.
Oh, we're just jumping right past it.
Oh, what you got stuff to say?
I don't go to the doctor.
Yet. You haven't had something
you don't.
bad enough
I
yet.
will say, because of my age,
Yeah.
I have recently been contemplating getting a PCP
Uh-huh.
simply because if something does go wrong with me, I need somebody to talk to.
Yes, you do.
Because right now I'm like, I don't even know where I would go if I had a problem.
You're
No,
lucking
we're
out.
just freeballing it out here, okay?
You're lucking
Like,
out. Honestly, if I hadn't
I
had
go to the doctor to have babies.
if I hadn't had all my health scares these last like 10 years or whatever it was, I would have never gone to the doctor.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have. So I was forced to go because of the various things that were happening
But, like,
to me.
I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of the doctor. I just haven't really had
You haven't had
the
something
need to go.
bad enough to go.
Like I go when like
Yes.
I broke my foot,
Right.
or like I said, I had babies. Other than that,
Yes. Other than that. Was that Amanda or was that
yeah, it
us?
must have been Amanda.
I don't know.
So that's just it will happen. Okay. I have to say this. I was reminiscing. Okay, my kids are all about chicken nuggies. Okay, when I was a kid, I was all about them pizza rolls and them hot pockets. Like
Because you
that
were rich.
doesn't. No, we weren't, but we did get those.
Okay, let me tell you right now. Hot Pockets, not an option in my house because if one box comes with 2 Hot Pockets, there were 5 of us. Not going to happen
those
in my
hot
house.
pockets in half. You'd be good to go.
Oh, no, we were feral. We would have killed each other. We
I
did
will
have
just
pizza
say-
rolls occasionally if they were on
Yeah.
sale.
No,
Yeah.
my kids literally, it will be chicken nuggies and like what else? What else do they eat for lunch? Anything else?
Chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies
And
dude.
ramen.
They get chicken nuggies with their chicken nuggies. Like it's always fucking chicken nuggies, and it like made me sad because I was like, "Where's the PB&Js? Where's the Hot Pockets? Where's the pizza rolls? Where's the stuff that I used to have as a kid?" Apparently,
Make
it's
it for
unhealthy
your
now.
kids
problem
instead of
is-
asking your wife where it is.
I'm not home.
Pizza rolls, and Hot Pockets take too long to cool down.
That's true.
That kids these days
Burns
that
your
need
mouth.
instant gratification cannot
right.
wait for it. They cannot wait for the goodness.
Okay. Here's the next thing. I found myself sad the other day that newspapers don't really come around anymore.
Hold on a minute. I love how you're like, why are there no newspapers? How many have you ever bought in your life?
I would say rarely any. Ash is the one that would because she loves the crosswords.
Yep.
Yes.
But for me, I was like, dude, when I was a kid, I used to read the comics all the time. When I was a kid, I used to like see what was going on like page whatever was like had unique stuff in the city or something goofy. I don't remember what it was. I always hated the front page because it was like super political or like super like boring stuff, but like deeper in it. And then also our newspaper had like movie showtimes and stuff like that. I don't know if yours did at all.
Yeah. Well, it's just because
yeah.
we didn't have instant access to news.
Right. Right.
That was the news. And
Yeah.
I preferred that.
Yeah.
I just like to read print more these days, even though this internet thing and these computer
Because
things.
it's easier on your eyes because
It
you're
is.
It's
old.
also like I feel like it's more satisfying to like look around a newspaper to find what intrigues you instead of just like scrolling endlessly.
we're being
Yeah.
spoon fed.
But I have a pet peeve with, like Andy said, I enjoy the crossword puzzles in a newspaper,
Yep.
and I've had newspaper subscriptions clear like just for the crossword puzzles. I don't even read the rest of it. I just
Right.
take that out and throw it away.
Yeah.
And at the last job I had, they would get the newspaper every day just to have like in the break room, and I would go in every morning and take out the crossword puzzle and bring it to my office
Yep.
before anybody else could get to it. And literally, like every lunch, every break I had, I would sit there and I would do a crossword puzzle. It is not the same doing it on a screen. I absolutely hate doing it on my phone. I hate doing it on tablet. I don't want to like click here to type in the word and like
Yeah, not the same.
scroll through the clues. Like I want it all on one spot where
Yeah.
I literally write it out with my hand. Like
not the same.
and even books, like you can't buy good crossword books. It's like the newspaper crosswords are like the best.
Those are the bangers.
Those were the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
I always loved a word search.
Yeah.
And they aren't the same electronically. Like
Yeah.
because you need to kind of like tap your pen and look for stuff, and it's not the same.
It's
the
not.
same. Next up, I think how long have I wanted a motorcycle? A while.
Sure.
Okay, so I don't necessarily know if that would be 40, but a lot of people, if you tell them you're getting a motorcycle, they're like, "Oh yeah, he's having a midlife crisis."
How
So-
about the convertible that you got?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
that little thing?
I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
So that's not midlife crisis, a convertible?
To be fair, we probably wouldn't have got it if we lived in Washington because of the rain. But
True.
here, it's prettier and the sun comes out more, so you feel like you could use it. I will say, driving in it is kind of fun.
It's really fun.
She's like, it's so fun. That is old, and I know that I'm getting 40 because I'm like,
here's the funny part though.
yeah.
The convertible is quote unquote a midlife crisis thing, right? A getting old thing. But what I equivocate the feeling of driving a convertible to is riding your bike down a hill.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm not hating it anyway. Honestly, if I found a little convertible like go-kart essentially
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what you guys were looking for in the right climate, I would have fucking bought it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But like it's that childhood that feeling of being a kid that is so enjoyable.
So Ash
about
and I went out this summer. It was like 75 degrees, top down, but in the evening because it's
Oh.
warm out here in the evening. So we like went through the city with the top down, and like it was just a cool experience. I liked it a lot, but I feel like if I was younger, I wouldn't have appreciated it. So like now I do. I don't know what's changed, just older. Next, a fun day is just peace and quiet. Like, I don't want to go anywhere or do anything. I just want to be left the fuck alone.
Yep.
Like an old grumpy man. I just want to I want to sit down.
In my cave.
Yep.
Just
I
like-
just want, that's it. That's like a wonderful day is when I don't get bothered. But that doesn't happen anymore. Mainly because you're 40 when your kids are your only hobby. Like, that's it. And 40 is the wrong word. You know that you're getting there because your Instagram and Facebook feeds, which is also old to say, are just other friends' kids and what is happening in their life and accomplishments. And it's no more of just like funny memes, even though that does happen. But like,
that's just being a parent, I think. Like, that's just being
Yeah.
involved with your kids.
which happens though as you get older, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
the next gradual step. But then you're getting there too, because when it's the young baby stuff, you're like, oh, we're all experiencing it together. But when it's like 10 years old, Johnny's at the plate, like those types of posts, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, cool. I don't care, and you don't care about my kid, and that's just life. Here's next. I don't know what that means. You just hate parties. You just hate them. You just hate them. Now,
No, this just goes back to being old and grumpy. I want to go home.
I would rather be, I never want to be uncomfortable. I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And like getting out of your
I
element and
think
going to
what
something
you
else. Yeah.
realize as you get older is like you don't have to tolerate the things that you don't want to anymore.
Oh, so I do have I'm going to let you continue,
Okay.
but one of them is you just don't put up with bullshit. Like, you don't care anymore. You're just like, I don't care who, I don't care that you're grumpy that I made a decision that would better myself.
Well, because
Yes.
I'm starting to decide, like, if there's a food that I don't love, I'm not going to eat it.
Fair.
Like,
yes. Yeah.
If there's a restaurant that we used to like go to sometimes, and then now I'm like, why do I don't really
So,
love it.
We
Like,
just talked about this. I think we need to break this one in detail because it's funny. Ash really, really dislikes Jimmy John's. She dislikes Burger King. She dislikes what was the other one that you will not go to?
Bojangles.
Bojangles. She dislikes. There's another one too in there that you don't want to go to ever.
Wendy's.
No, you don't mind Wendy's every now and again. Oh, Jack in the Box. She won't go to Jack in the Box anymore. She won't go to. I know there's another one too that you like would refuse to go to that you like hated.
I think the point is Andy really likes fast food.
I'm just saying, like, as we get older, she's like, nope, that's done. I'm not.
And this
yeah.
is what I said the other day because
Yeah.
we drove past Bojangles and Andy's like, you never want to go to Bojangles. And I'm like, I've just decided if I'm going to eat food, I'm going to eat food that I enjoy.
Yeah,
Valid.
and I get it.
Instead of
I
just
get it.
eating food
But
to
then
eat.
because I haven't had it
But
recently.
then she has to
like,
be okay that if the rest of us do want that she gets something separate.
sure, I don't care.
I'm not
Are
saying
you
every
kidding
time.
me? Are you kidding me? I love getting my own thing. I don't care. And that's one thing that I do as I've gotten older is I've always been the person just because I'm like, I can go somewhere else if you want me to go. But
Yes, you're right. Now
I
as
am.
an older person, you're like,
But
fuck it.
Now
Take
as an
me.
older person,
Yeah.
I'm like, how about I'll get you what you want and then I'll go get what I want.
Yeah,
And
right.
we can both be happy and nobody
You're like,
had
we
to
have that
compromise.
power now.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
my compromise is driving a little farther and I don't mind.
It's
like-
funny that we're talking about food because the next thing I have is that your colon matters more than it used to. Like, legit, you think now about the stuff that goes into your body and how it affects you, when back then you're just like, F it, give me the Taco Bell. Like, now you're like, what is this going to do to
yeah,
me?
I feel. I
Like-
feel like it used to be like, oh, that was a one-off. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. And now it's like something happens and you're like, oh, maybe I need to make a change.
When I had all these health scares, I went and talked to the doctor. She said 35 years old, that's when Taco Bell doesn't work anymore.
Well, and it's one of those things
I'm
where
sorry.
it's like,
I'm going strong. I'm going strong.
I don't care. I don't care. We'll do it until we physically can't anymore.
Yeah, right?
It's one of those things where you're like, okay, if I make this today, do I have anything important?
So I only have a couple left here. I've noticed this more, okay? That the midlife crisis for me is truly that I want more memories than stuff. And
Yeah.
so I think when I was younger, having stuff felt cool. Having material felt like accomplishment.
It
was
like
success.
Connected to
Yeah.
it. Correct. Success. And I just read this freaking awesome quote that said, people need to stop trying to be successful and be stop trying to be successful. Shit.
I love when people quote quotes and then
Wait,
don't know
stop wasting
this
time.
quote that I heard that
It hit
changed
me.
my whole
It hit
life.
me
It
so
says stop wasting.
I'm gonna get
your
it
time.
tattooed.
Wait, hold on.
I just don't remember what
no
it says.
regrets. No regrets. Stop trying to be successful and be successful. Is that wrong? Does that sound right?
I mean,
the problem is everybody tries to hustle so hard to be successful that they don't just be successful.
They're
Does
always
that-
on the journey, but they're never there.
Yes.
well, and
yes.
it's one of those
Yeah.
things where if you're constantly,
I fucked that
and
up. That's not what it
this
is,
is-
but it's something
I
like
get
that.
what
Yeah.
I get where
Yeah.
you're going though.
it's if you're constantly looking at where you need to go, you're never going to enjoy where you are.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Like-
Yep.
Like I get that you want to work towards things. I get that you want to push and be more, which like
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
But also like look at today and enjoy what happened today.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just kind of like found myself realizing that even though all of this cool stuff, this game room, this game basement, this fun stuff where there's just stuff around, it means nothing if it's not shared with others.
Yeah.
Right. And as you get older, you don't have quote unquote others around you as often. You have your immediate family, but I mean others to share it with, like friends or,
Yeah.
extended family. People just don't share their time together as much anymore. And therefore it's like, well, this stuff was meant for a co-op experience. This stuff was meant to be shared with others. And then it's just stuff that doesn't matter to you anymore. And I'm like, well, I'd rather go out with just my family and have experiences instead of just stuff. So,
Or you'd rather
yep.
like, same for us, our garage is wholly unused at this point.
Yeah.
And every time we go to Dave and Buster's, all Lincoln wants to do is play air hockey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's get a fucking air hockey table. Like, let's
Sure.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be cliche, but it's like you can't take it with you.
Sure. Right.
You
Yep,
can't.
You're right. You're right.
You can't take all your shit with you. This isn't Egypt.
Yep.
You don't get buried with all your shit. Like,
Yep.
it gets and it moves on anyway, and it's hard, but I get it.
Yeah, I think that's a good one to end on, just on like being 40, getting over the hill, getting like your life priorities change. Like just what you care about changes, your interests change. And like they said on your deathbed, there's like a couple things people always regret. One of them is that they wish they would have had more time with their families. They wish they would have made memories instead of buying stuff or getting stuff.
Yeah. And nobody ever says, I wish I had bought such and such.
Right. And you can always make more money. You can't make more time. So like, I'd rather take the time and enjoy it with those that I love. Not to be mushy, but like, that's what I want for like the next half of my life.
Yeah.
Right. I want some stuff. I still want to play PS5. I still want to watch a good movie.
Oh, I'm still gonna
But,
blow
like-
a bunch of cash.
Yeah. I just don't want to like, get into a hobby where I'm grabbing things for thrills of it, for that quick high.
Right.
And
Or
not,
to keep up with the Joneses.
yeah, or keep up with the
Oh, yeah.
Joneses and that type of stuff. Joneses.
Joneses.
Well, and I'm
Yep.
I'm very much not a shoulda, woulda, coulda person.
Sure.
I don't.
Sure.
I hate the thing like I don't look back because everybody looks back.
Yeah,
But
right.
like I don't look back and like, oh, I wish that was different. Or, oh my god, it's like it happened. I can't change it.
YOLO.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I hate to be it that way, but like kinda, like literally, like you
Yeah.
get one shot, so you might as well do what you want, and you might as well make it a pointed effort to appreciate and enjoy what you have.
Absolutely. Frickin' Dr. Phil that.
That's my way, baby.
Oh, also, here's a really cute one, which is funny. You try TikTok and then you just end up lurking instead because you don't know how to use it.
Oh, I have 0 posts.
Oh, that's me. I learned.
Don't bother following me because I'm not sharing anything.
Insert any other social media platform. You're just kind of like, I don't know what to do or how this really works,
Nope.
but
Well, and
I'll watch some
I will tell you,
stuff.
I am
Yep.
amazed at how many people understand how to create videos
Yep.
and edit them
Yep.
and
Oh my
Right.
god.
It's like a new
sync
thing.
them with other videos and
Yes.
sounds and
Yep.
like
Yep.
It ain't me.
I know.
mind blown.
I know.
I'm impressed.
So, ladies, I think the moral of the story is I'm old. This year, as 40 rolls around, I still hate it. I don't want it. I want to be in my 30s forever. But I think that there will be growth that I will appreciate moving into my 40s mentally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think you need to call it a midlife rebirth.
Dumb. Still a crisis.
No.
It's only a crisis
Yep.
if you act like it is.
That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair. It's definitely. Maybe I've already gone through it. Maybe it's over now. Got the mini.
I think
Sold the game
I
collection.
think maybe the crisis is the leading up to it.
Yeah, probably. It feels that way.
Yeah.
Yep. I just want to be okay with it, and I don't think
That's
I was.
all
yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys have any last minute things to say about getting old? Both of you ladies got a little ways before you're there, but
I mean, I've got 2 years. I'm
Yep.
2 years behind
2
you.
years, 2 years.
Amanda's another 2 years behind me.
yeah, Amanda's got 4. She's good for a while.
I have no problems with being 40.
That's good. That's good.
I'm
We'll s-
excited to get older and, like you said, not give a crap
Yep.
anymore.
That
I'm
part's
excited
nice,
to
yep.
get to that part where I'm just like, I don't care what you think.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to do what I find joy in
Yep.
and what serves me, just like you should do what serves you. Like,
100%.
that's my hot take.
I like it. Amanda, what about you? How you feeling? How you feeling being 36?
I
35. Wait, what
I've
are
never,
you? 30?
I'm 35. I've never
35.
defined myself like by my age.
Yeah,
I think it's
you
because I've
should.
always hung out with so many different aged people that like to me
She's
we were all
hung out with our old asses forever.
No. I just mean like you guys, but then I've also hung out with people that are years younger than me. And even now, like,
Yeah.
you know, at the salon, there's somebody in their 60s, their 40s, their late 30s. And then you
Right.
have me. And then you have Alex, who's 20.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm around people all day who are much older and much younger than me. So I've just never really focused on how old I was. And
What
as
age
far-
do you identify as? Like, if you
Honestly,
didn't know your age and you had to like
I
just
would
say how you
think
feel.
I would think I was in my late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. I still feel
But-
like I'm like
but
36,
also-
37 in my
I'm
head.
33.
I think, but it's hard.
I
'cause
identify.
I think we're all kind of in our late 20s, early 30s. Like that's how I
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where sometimes the only time I ever feel old is when I'll say like somebody commented on me crocheting the other day. And I was like, oh man, she was like, you do that so fast. And I was like, well, I guess I've been doing it for 20 years.
Ooh.
And then, but then I was just like, oh my God. It was like, when I think about that kind of thing, I'm like, whoa. But then
That's how I am with the kids at the shop right now too, because
Yeah.
a lot of them when I first started didn't understand like why would they put you in the position. I'm like, dude, do I have to give you my 25-year history
Yeah,
of
right.
management experience? And I'm like, oh God, that's too long.
Right.
So
I actually
Yeah.
prompted Andy to do this episode, and it was because I felt so excited that I bought a label maker.
I remember that.
And
Love
I
my
posted on
label maker.
Instagram, I'm like, this shows my age, just how excited I am to have
Yep.
have this now.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, yeah, I'm definitely getting to
Feeling
40.
it. Amanda, if people are getting up there and they want to tell us some funny things about getting old, where could they do that?
Come talk to us about getting old at our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. We also have a TikTok at Real Awkward Podcast that you can hang out over there. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast. Get you exclusive episodes and some other stuff.
Bingo, bango, Billy Django. Should I make that a thing every time?
Please don't.
All right. Well, I'm getting
Also,
old.
if you
I'm
listen-
getting old where I think things are funny.
If you listen to this entire episode and you are in your 20s,
oh God. I'm so sorry.
please send us a message on our Instagram so that we can reward you somehow.
If you made it through, you're
If
getting
you made it
old.
through.
You're getting over the hill episode, and you're in your 20s. Dear Lord. All right. We'll talk to you guys later, unless we die. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Real Awkward listeners. The Real Awkward podcast turns 3 this year. That's right, 3 years of fun, entertaining content for you guys, and we cannot do it without listeners like you. If you guys want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast for $3 a month that gets you access to exclusive shows, merchandise, and name shoutouts on the show. We also will take your suggestions for show topics. Thank you so much for 3 years, and we look forward to many more.